To you a quarter away from 8 o'clock. In the studio this morning, Kelly Fox is with us from ICTC. We're going to be joined by a new teacher at ICTC in just a moment or so. Our visit this morning is presented by Marcus and Mack, voted the best law firm and the best personal injury lawyer 3 years in a row in the Best of Indiana County contest. Visit them online at marcusandmack.com. And now we are joined by our new teacher at ICTC, Mrs. Fox. Good morning to you. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. How are
Wonderful.
you?
You sound great. Sound like
I
Barry
have my
White.
froggy radio voice on this morning.
I thought it was Barry White.
I knew
there.
I wasn't going to sound like my normal ICTC self, so I wanted to make sure I looked like my ICTC self, just so you wouldn't be confused.
You're watching on Facebook. The shirt says ICTC.
ICTC.
There you go. Okay, so you are here to not only introduce our new teacher, but also to talk about the opening of the school year, which I assume has gone well.
Oh, you know what? This has been a fabulous start to the 25-26 school year. I will say, excuse me, hands down, career and technical education is so popular right now. And we couldn't be happier up on the Hill because our students are wonderful and we keep getting more of them. And so right now we are at an all-time high of more than 600 students at the ICTC. And that's a record that we've met this year. And we continue to look forward to new growth. Not only are we glad to have Mr. Ken Wargo in as our carpentry instructor, but we're also kicking off, as you know, our first satellite program being offered at the Indiana High School this year with the Rising Educator program. And that's going very well. I visited down there on Friday, and those ladies are doing a wonderful job with those students. And it was nice to interact with the students. They all seem very interested in learning how to become a teacher. And it's wonderful stuff going on.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned Ken Wargo, who is in the studio with us this morning. And Ken, I think we're going to have to put you and the masonry students and the welding students and all of the HVAC people together and putting a new addition onto that school if they keep getting more and more students there. I mean, record attendance now.
Oh, absolutely, Todd. And as I say, it's a pleasure to be here this morning. It's a pleasure to be at ICTC. I'm glad to be there. And yeah, hey, that's what it is. It's construction. Everything is getting bigger. Mm-hmm. You have more students. I believe these kids have an opportunity of a lifetime in these next 10 years. I mean, Homer City has a big power plant coming on. We have a lot of union ties. We have the kids coming in and out. We have the union people coming in. They want our kids. My old school has that. They wanted the kids. They're going to want them here too.
Yeah, absolutely. So for folks who want to know about ICTC and the faculty there, one of the great things about it is most everybody who comes to teach at ICTC has experience in the field, and you're another example of that.
Yes, sir. I did construction for 15 years. I traveled over the road. I did high-rise buildings. We did housing projects. Basically everything from ground-up construction. I can basically do everything. Concrete's a big thing. Of course, here we do construction. Mm-hmm. We work on houses around the community. What else we got going on? What is the Wonderful Life?
He's already connected with the folks at downtown Indiana.
Yeah.
And we've had some projects delivered as of yesterday, right, Ken?
Yes. We're going to be working on stages for the Wonderful Life. We have 4 buildings. Basically here in Indiana, it's all about community. That's kind of why I came to ICTC. Mm-hmm. I know the community is big in the school here. And in the end, it's all about the students. So,
yeah.
And, community is real big. And basically Indiana is a place you want to teach. That's where everybody says anyway.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. The word is out, huh? On
hey, that's what it's always been. It's been everywhere. Indiana. Any school in Indiana is where you want to be, I guess.
All right. So, well, that speaks well for the entire educational environment around Indiana County. But let's talk about the carpentry program at ICTC specifically. Yes. When you get a student in for you have a first-year student and a third-year student. Those are two different skill sets that you're talking about, and you have to have courses designed for both.
Yeah, there's actually 3 different grades of students there. You have 10th, 11th, and 12th. Basically, the way I do it, my first-year students, they basically learn how to use all the hand tools. It's all safety, which, of course, is number one. But they basically go through all the hand tools and become a master at using those, how not to get cut, how to measure, all that stuff. Your second, third-year students, they're more all in the framing, You got flooring system, wall systems, roofing systems, all the shingles and stuff like that, how to insulate, siding, windows, doors, basically just from the building from the ground up. But it takes years. It takes years to develop these skills. I always say, like, you can't teach out of a book with this stuff. It's kind of like people that hunt, they shoot a bow. The more you do it, the better you get at it. You can't read a book and do these things.
Yeah, yeah. Well, a lot of it, if it was me and I was a first-year student there, I would flunk on Splinters 101. You mentioned framing,
Yes.
and placing doors and windows. All of those different skills are things that you need to have experience at. And in order to get that experience, you have to have a mentor who's going to be able to tell you what are the things that you need to know. Because you can watch someone placing a door or watch someone placing a window, but until you get your actual hands on there and see what the issues are, that's a whole different thing.
Absolutely. Everything's going to be square and plumb level, which most people don't understand. It looks easy watching someone else do it, but things are heavy. You have to be able to manipulate that. You have to be able to know where to start. Basically, it's a 3 or 4 step system. And that's kind of how I keep it as simple as possible. You keep it from the ground up. The kids, how to start. They do the hinge side. If you're doing a door, you have to get it all plumb, square. You have to shim everything. Basically, when we work one-on-one with the kids. It's not just a video or say, here's the kid to do it, or just showing the kid how to do it. I'll show them first, but then I have to work with each kid. Like, they have to do the work. I have to say, here, you put it here. And it's baby steps. I might make them do the one side first for a week, and then you put the second step on, the third step. And by the time it makes it easy, you can't throw too much at one time. You got to figure, I'm 45 years old, so I've been with my dad all my life. I have 40 years of probably doing this stuff. It takes a long time. It ain't something that happens in a few years.
But on TV, it happens in less than an hour, Kelly.
Yeah,
I know.
They edit it a lot, kind of like radio,
We don't edit here. We
I was
just,
gonna say-
just go.
Just let it go. Huh?
Maybe radio in the old days.
Yeah, maybe when we used to slice tape. We don't do that anymore either.
Yes.
It's a skill set that is going to last a student for a life. And it's going to set them up, especially in today's environment, and especially here in Indiana County. The opportunities they're everywhere right now.
Absolutely. I said whenever I started doing this, I had to go traveling on the road because there was no opportunities around here. You had to know somebody or this or that. These kids here, every kid has an opportunity. I know in the summer, like the union comes and they ask me to come work for them. That's how bad they need people, which I would be very good with them. But I teach now, but all these kids, they're going to be able to have a great life. They'll be able to support themselves. These kids here, they're coming out of all the schools here, the tech schools or whatever. They're making $80,000 a year. They haven't have enough to get a truck, have their own house, whatever. If they do it right.
Yeah. Do you find that students that are just entering the program, or have you found with your first class at ICTC, that even those first-year students, they have a pretty good grasp of the fundamentals?
Absolutely. They do have a grasp of it, but it's not as much as it used to be.
Not proficiency, but
no, it's
but
not
at least an
proficiency, but
idea.
they have an idea what they want to do. The thing is with today, the students, their parents don't do it. Like when I was growing up, everybody's dad had tools, and every tool. A lot of days, I guess people, back in the day, people had more time than money, so you kind of fixed your own stuff. Well, today people hire a lot, so these kids don't actually get to see it on a daily, weekly basis with their dads. But they do know the basics, and I just build off of that. And what the kid doesn't know, we don't skip past the kid at ICTC. If a kid comes in and they can't run a saw, you have 3 or 4 kids, and one kid does it in a day. If that other kid, it takes him a week, he's going to be just as good as that other kid. And I said it's all skill set. So,
meet them where they are and teach them what they need.
That's it. Basically, every kid's his own there. I'm not on like, hey, this kid's first year, second year, third year. We are on that, but in the same sense as I'm with every kid. Whatever they need, they get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, we don't pass them up because they didn't learn something. We keep working with them.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Mrs. Fox, it sounds like you put yourself a good teacher in place there in the carpentry program.
I think we did hit the jackpot here, and it's really added to the great start to our school year. Just having somebody like Ken come in who's an experienced teacher and sought to come to ICTC. I didn't really know that part of the story, so that's like the best part of my morning so far was to hear that little accolade about ICTC. And the fact that he was at another career and tech center and then is bringing that experience to our students. That is a win-win for us.
Yeah, Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty exciting. You know, I got the rudimentary skills that I ended up with working for a contractor in the summertime, and I did that for a number of
The
years
School of Hard Knocks.
and never got good at it.
Because maybe that wasn't your calling, because look at how good you are behind the microphone.
Yeah, we're still working on that one too. But it's great to have programs like this in place, and as I said, the opportunities here in Indiana County, especially, and you've probably heard this, Ken, that with the building boom that is predicted to be starting here in the next year to 5 or 10 years, it seems to be as if this county is set up that folks in that industry are going to have a lot of opportunity.
Absolutely. I say this is going to be like back in the 80s, the coal miners, 70s and 80s, where they could get a job, their life will be set. I think these kids have the same opportunity coming out.
And I think our construction program, in particular our carpentry program, has really, like Ken said, been involved in the community. It has a good name out there. And so we're looking forward to having all of those same supporters stay with the program. And he might even have some new faces to bring to the table that will help the program to continue to grow.
Yeah.
And that's exciting too.
Yeah, good things happening at ICTC. Things coming up?
Always things coming up. You know, I'm thinking ahead to Mrs. Jones. She's working hard at putting some of our seniors out already on cooperative education. So more students, more jobs, getting them out there for those experiences. That's always up and coming. Our Skills USA is looking ahead to the leadership conference that will come up at the end of October. So our skills organization is organizing and getting ready for leadership. And our NTHS is organizing itself as well with our academic high-flying students. And we have a couple fundraisers coming up. We might even have some ICTC socks for you.
Ooh,
Yeah,
there you go,
little
baby.
hot news off the press. Nobody knows really.
hand knitted, I'm sure.
Yes, right. Hand knitted socks with ICTC logo. No, it's a fun fundraiser that we're going to talk about at an upcoming meeting. And I look forward to passing out some ICTC socks.
There
to
you go.
maybe new teachers, radio friends.
Beautiful.
It'll be
Beautiful.
great.
All right, so the ICTC year is off and running. Some new faces and some old faces, and put them all together, and you've got some young faces coming in.
That's it.
To learn all of the skills that they'll need.
And we appreciate the support of our sending schools, because we can't stand here and talk about increased enrollment without going back to them and appreciating the support that our sending schools provide to the current tech centers, because they are using the facility.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Hey, thanks both for coming in today.
All
Good to
right.
meet you, Ken.
Thanks for
Yeah,
having me.
Thank you.
It is the voice of Indiana County. Yes.
I don't want to forget about our friends in Culinary, because they did make you something delicious. I'm going to
they
deliver
did?
that in just a bit.
No kidding.
So yes, I will be back with some dessert. I think it's like a lady lock dessert for you.
A lady lock dessert.
Yeah.
Wow. Can't wait. Thanks,
Okay.
Kelly.
So just for you and Josh.
It's Indiana in the Morning on WCCS.